The Battle of Mississippi, the Egg Bowl, a game that has a tendency to rip families apart during a time of year when most families come together to express Thanksgiving. But some aren't thankful for the sound of cowbells or screams of hotty toddy, which will make their presence known in this one. Welcome to Vaught Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Looking for block. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Rebels offense will go on the attack first. The Golden Egg made its home in Stark Vegas after the Bulldogs pulled out a close one the last time they met.
Well, Mississippi State is generally regarded as the blue-collar school in state, and they won that game last year in blue-collar fashion. Physical, and they beat Ole Miss down.
And found a way to win the game. Exactly right. That's exactly what I was thinking when I think of Mississippi State. Blue-collar, hard-working, make you earn everything you get. And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Rebels want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Schroeder. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Makes a move. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So Mississippi State's offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Lost to fire on second down. Complete to the right. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's the handoff. Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23. 6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. Handoff from the shotgun. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Davis looking to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it, put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Oh, better look out. Oh, he's got some space. Bulldozes his way through. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Looking downfield on first down. Complete with conviction on the crosser. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Back to pass on second down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the air, it's Schroeder. He breaks a tackle. No more room to run as this defense rises up on third down, and now it's fourth down from the 22. He'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So after putting 3... The kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Back open in the middle. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win. This is a big deal for my schedule. Big proving moment.
And that's why you play football for one of these 2 programs, for games like this, for the opportunity to reach the college.
Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
From the gun, running back gets the give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
in much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll leave it with him. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box scores, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to...
He's loose on the right.
Wow.
He's just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
Ready to try the point after. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got it, and he can go with it. So an 82-yard drive there. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. They're working that left side. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Off the play fake. Got the quick pass. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. To the air, it's Schroeder. Fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Great place to start for this offense. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Got it in the middle, it's Coates. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting...
Makes the grab past the marker. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a two-shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decided to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Power football with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State has this drive hitting on all cylinders. Davis will throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. This guy is so slippery, so elusive. He just vaporizes right in front of the defense.
It's crazy. You can play touch football in the elevator and lose to this guy. He's that kind of quick.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And right down the middle. So a relatively short drive covering 39 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 22-yard line, and that's where this offense will take over. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time.
Intercepted. A first turnover can swing momentum.
Okay.
On the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
You gotta get up.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed.
There he goes. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Mississippi State lines up with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Shit,
one of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Burns. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll move the wide receivers. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when it's thrown in those quick passes like that.
And that is interception number 3 on the day. Bringing it back. They'll work him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know we wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business. They are so close to a score, they can smell it on the first play of the drive. 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And he tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Burns. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Now on the option. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Schroeder. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the throw out to the sideline, good for just a few yards. And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line.
And that's got to be a big-time break, because when you're a punt returner and you got all those guys flying down there and all those hands and all that speed on the field, it's hard to get back on the football. Nice job fumbling it. Not really, obviously, but a nice job recovering it.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on night.
Got to like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
It's complete on the right side.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grabbed in the middle, it's Coates. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Davis looking to pass. He's got his man. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Offense changing the play. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Here we go. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead, and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
He'll try to tack on 1 more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And we've got to start our report by shouting out that quarterback. My man was dropping dimes like a bank robber, one after another. Right on the money, spreading the wealth. Are you picking up on the theme here, people? Long ways to go, I know. But if this continues, that young man is going to be cashing in more ways than one. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Davis will throw. Quick strike complete. Turning it on. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will.
Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the Golden Egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football.
Yeah, they do not like each other, there's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball, so everybody calls it the golden egg now.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
It just feels too little too late for this defense. Where was those plays earlier in the game, right? I mean, they're trailing by a ton of points now, in large part because they have not been able to get pressure on the quarterback. And finally, here late, they come up with a sack. So that's a teachable moment. That's something this coaching staff is going to point back to when they watch the film to build on. But they needed more pass rush early in this game.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time.
He dropped
And
it.
this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stops.
And the Rebels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Looking downfield, it's Schroeder. Got his man down the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's complete to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Creates a little space. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Rebels have their offense in high gear. The give to the back.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Rebels are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Leaves it with the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The Rebels will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for us.
Got his man on the right.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Out of the gun, they give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Davis looking to pass. He's got him. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They're going to run it. And some room to work. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Trying to impose their will with the run. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, beat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here we go. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got his man. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. To the air, it's Cole. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And the Rebels will send out the punt unit.
Offense facing fourth down.
Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Under fire. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man quickly. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. First down. From the gun, the running back has it. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. The Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. Tries to slither forward on the sneak.
Gain of 1. And that's a first down for the offense.
And the Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. He leaves it with his back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down to the 14-yard line.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game and try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. They've got a fever, and what they want is more cowbell, and they are getting it as the Bulldogs stretch the lead.
Hail State, explosive plays all over the field, David. They are running away with this thing.
And I guarantee you all the Ole Miss fans are saying, get those cowbells out of my face, because they are excited and they've got something to cheer about.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Dropping back, it's Cole. Right down the middle. That's caught. It's Sanders. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big way to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. On his way back from the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Going to the ground. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
That's a first down for the offense.
The Bulldogs had their day as they take down the Rebels and pirate that Egg Bowl trophy and take it right back to Stark Vegas. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.